Hello, you're listening to Count Richard von Coudenhove, Kalergy. Today is Tuesday the 23rd of August and I'm just passing through Dun Laoghaire here, and I thought I'd do a little video and just admiring all the lovely yachts down there. Now I picked up one called the Odyssey 430 and it has a price for sale of 350,000 sterling. So you can imagine the collective wealth of all the yachts in the harbour here. It's quite extraordinary, and I wonder how many of these people are driving Virtue vehicles to the yacht club here, which was founded, the Royal Yacht Club was founded here in 1831 by the Marquis of Anglesey, who was a commander of the cavalry at the Battle of Waterloo. And interestingly, previous members of the yacht club included the Duke of Wellington and Daniel O'Connell. Just a little bit about the harbour here, the Dun Laoghaire. The construction of the Carlisle Pier began in 1867, and following a survey done by Captain Bligh of Mutiny on the Bounty fame, and he retired actually as Governor of New South Wales, a survey he done in 1801, modernisations to the Dublin port and the East and West Pier were also built. And but you can see it's very beautiful, 23 degrees here today, right? So just a couple of comments here. There was another bullshit article in the anti-Irish Times about the far right in Ireland, and that according to a US monitoring group called the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism, and the hint is in the name, so it'd be very interesting how many philanthropists fund that kind of nonsense. And so according to it, that the far right in Ireland is actually on the rise. So it appears to me that anyone whose hand goes up if asked, do you believe a word from the media or government, is classed as far right. And one of the comments underneath the article on Twitter I thought was rather funny, as to who would have thought that the theft of several generations' futures would have turned them into extremists. As far as I'm concerned, there's no extremists in Ireland, it's just concerned citizens. Now also today I got a response on my Freedom of Information request, which I wrote on the 9th of June and replied back saying that I wasn't happy with the answer. And I had 4 questions that I asked. The number of people who died in 2020, where the only cause of death on the death certificate was COVID-19 for 2020, and for 2021, and also the number of people who died in Ireland within 28 days of taking any of the HSE recommended vaccines, and 60 days of within the taking of the recommended vaccines. And the reply I got back in early July said that he had not got the information regarding vaccine deaths or injuries. So I did is I sent him a copy of an article that was on the site. I got a PDF of an article in the UK Expose, which is a very good website. Sorry, I'm just distracted by this airplane going overhead, which is a Diamond Star twin engined, lovely little plane. Isn't that great? Oh, to have a toy like that. And so I had to send in a fee of 30 euro to get the question answered. But yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Regarding the UK article, it said that they had proof from the Central Statistics Office from a Freedom of Information request that they had made that the number of people who died from the 1st of January 2021 to the 31st of March 2022 was 77,000 people. Imagine that. So within 28 days of being vaccinated. Now the figure for 28 days is very interesting, because for someone to be classed as a COVID death, they have to have tested positive, have to have died within 28 days of a positive PCR test. So it's the same parameter used. So this is basically, it says here, your letter seeking a review of a decision in relation to your request for records date the 5th of August was received by this office on the 15th of August 2022, and I acknowledge receipt of your 30 euro payment. So this is then that they will then put it into, it'll be sent to the officer of the Information Commissioner, which is actually based in Earlsford Terrace here. Now, the other thing about my video today is that I'm going to be up at Let's Take Our Capital Back tomorrow, and we're going to be there outside the plaza as we are every Wednesday. Now, last Wednesday we handed out close to 500 leaflets, so there's definitely a hunger for information from the public, and I would just like to make a request that if anybody wants to come up and have a chat with me tomorrow anonymously, I'll happily record it and put it on my channel. And I appreciate anybody come forward, like that very kind, very nice lady I spoke to outside Pfizer there. So if anybody would like to come forward, I'll be there every Wednesday, and if they want to have a chat with me, and I'll happily record anything that they actually want to say about their personal experiences of either COVID or vaccine injuries. So please drop by and support Let's Take Our Capital Back. There's one outside the Stephen's Green there on the Friday evening after 6 o'clock, 6:30 onwards, and there's one at the Palmerston roundabout there on Saturdays in the afternoons. So there's a lot of people showing interest and taking leaflets. And interestingly, there during the week I handed a leaflet to a chap who was in a car on his own wearing a mask, but at least he took a leaflet. So I look forward to anybody who's passing by tomorrow, please drop by and support the Let's Take Our Capital Back anywhere you see it. Okay, Count Richard von Coudenhove, Kalergy, signing out. Good afternoon, good luck, and God bless.